It's another day. And we have a new video game to play. I thought I wasn't gonna do this one, like, anytime soon. But it turned out that, yeah, I want to play it. And now that I've sat here with the intention of starting the fucking game, I don't want to do it. I really don't want to. I really hate starting new games on stream. I want to start them when it's off stream and then start putting them on stream. Hi, that's me. This guy. Fuck. Can't even be bothered to look at the fucking camera tonight, let's be fucking honest. I used to really like this game. I don't really fucking remember if I ever beat it. I'm pretty sure I know how it ends, and I'm pretty sure I've seen every single fucking level. And I'm probably shit at it. So we're just gonna take our time. And most importantly, right, most importantly, I'm gonna try and fight the mine goblins. And not save scum. And if I end up with the high chaos, I will be fine. I'll be happy. I'm just padding for time because it's trying to install Microsoft DirectX on Windows, and I doubt that it will ever do that. I remember that, yeah, I played it for like 2 hours on PC, because I always used to pirate it, and then at some point I started to be like, oh yeah, I should probably own this game or something, right? So on my Steam copy, I have completed the intro missions. So that's the 2 missions at the very start. You escaped the prison and navigated the sewers undetected. So I ghosted 100%ed. Oh, it started. And it's in kind of a bad resolution. Let's see if we can't fix that. Oh no, Bethesda. Oh no. Ooh, that's gonna be loud, isn't it? Oh. Come on. Come on. Options. We need options. Just admire that little intro sequence with the didgeridoo in the background. Just look at that. Imagine what video games were in 2012. And then this thing comes out, and it's like, hey, I'm just like Thief and Deus Ex. And I'm Eurojank. And then there's that chip. It has a whale on it. With whiskers. To missions to find my new downloadable content. Campaign. There you go. Bring more witches and Knife of Dunwall. Which I very recently bought, which made me think about this. Auto use mana elixir, kill cam mode, normal, difficulty. Let's go with normal. Head bob amount. I don't usually like head bob. I'll see if I care about it. Chains climbing relative to camera. Show objective pop-ups. So yeah, okay. Crosshair style normal. Simple. Smoothing off. Invert Y off. Auto aim off. Aim assist off. I'm playing this with a mouse, so I genuinely do not care. Graphics. Video settings. That is not my resolution. My resolution is this one. Full screen, vertical sync. Yes, please. There we go, that's a little bit crisper, isn't it? Right, FOV 90, that's fine by me. Texture details as high as possible. Light shafts on FXA or MLA. I prefer FXA. It's post-processing, but still. Maybe turn it up a little bit, huh? All speeches, speaker configuration. I'm guessing we're just stereo. I really doubt we have 5.1. Why do I drink from cups like this? I'll never, like, hold it by this, because I'm not posh. I'm just gonna drink it like it's a fucking chalice. I found out that I like drinking from small porcelain cups. I used to use these bigger tea mugs. I gotta take that one down. But like, if I portion my water like this, it's just like a swig. And then it kind of incentivizes me to drink more water. So I'm fine with that. Alright. I think we have everything as desired. Block choke. We'll probably come back and change these every once in a while. Now let's see if my ransomware protection caught that or not. Because every time I write anything to disk, it is honestly, yeah, of course. So let's check if that worked or not. Let's change one option. Make this low. So I'm sure it writes everything down. Alright. Let's boot up a new game. Oh, and I really liked how they did this, this menu. So like you have very hard. A brutal experience for hardcore gamers. Enemies inflict extreme damage, have keen perception, and potions are less effective. Then it changes the profile by like, let's say 45-ish degrees. Hard. Increased challenge for experienced players. Enemies inflict increased damage and are more perceptive. Then you go to normal. He's like completely profile, so he's now turned 90 degrees. Stealth and combat are moderately difficult. Default enemy damage and potion effectiveness. And easy is not even face mask, right? And this is like pretty early on you get to see what fucking Corvo Atano looks like. Usually you don't because you're him and you see it from his perspective. Casual experience for new players. Enemy damage is reduced, and your health recovery is improved, and potions more effective. We're gonna go for normal, because I am a normal, average gamer. Creating a new game will override previous autosaves. Yes, please. And now it's time for a 3-minute cutscene that speedrunners don't even watch. They just load a save that's 3 minutes into the game. You've just returned from a journey of several months, visiting the other nations in the Empire to ask for aid in dealing with the Rat Plague. You must you must deliver their diplomatic responses to the Empress, whom you serve as Lord Protector. Returning home. God, the presentation of this game is so good.
Corvo, if only there was someone else I trusted to send, so that you could remain near. but there is no one else. And the spy master was right to insist that I send you. The plague has taken so many, and we must find a cure. When you are near, my heart is at peace. Emily and I will count the days until you return. Hurry home, and bring good news.
The subtitles were a tad small, aren't they? I don't think I can do much about it, outside of lowering the resolution.
Steady hand.
That's fine, man.
Watch it. Cast off line. Casting off. We're away. Take us straight to Dunwall Tower. Lord Corvo has news for the Empress, and we've come a long way.
A long way to bring bad news. The sailors say there's a curse on us. Black magic.
Superstition. For all we know, there's a cure for the plague by now.
Maybe. We live in strange times. Sending the Empress's bodyguard away for a couple of months. That's unusual.
Well, this was important. We need help with the rat plague. Ho there! We're going up.
Sealed. Ready.
Turning on the pipes. And she's rising.
Look at that.
Home at last.
It's just the same as the Panama Canal.
Steady pressure. And stop. Shut her down.
The Empress will be waiting for your news, Corvo.
Report to the Empress. Meet the Empress of the Gazebo. Wazd. I might want to lower sensitivity a tad. I love that it's toggle. So yeah, I'm just gonna take my time if you don't mind.
Fewer ships moving along the river now, with the plague and all. She's waiting in the pavilion.
I am sure of that. What do we do? A Z Fizzoom or something like that? You could very easily die here. Empress Jasmine.
Hello, sir. Her Majesty is waiting in the pavilion.
Oh, and there she is. Emery.
Will you tell me about your trip, please? Were there any whales? Wait, let's play hide and seek first. I'll cover my eyes and you hide. You have time? Mother's busy talking to that nasty old spy master.
Okay, let's do the tutorial.
Okay, here we go. Let's go! Come on!
We'll talk to those guys later.
Ooh. Later, will you give me more climbing lessons? Someday I'm going to climb up to the rooftop.
Climbing lessons? Why would you need that?
Let's see if you're still good at this. I'll hide my eyes and count, and at the end of the countdown, I'll try and find you. Okay, I'm going to count to 10. Find a place to hide.
Stealth. Press left control. Enter stealth mode. See, it even changes the controller thing. And they tell you even though you rebound the keys. Stay behind cover to break line of sight with enemies and avoid detection, while sneaking your footsteps are muffled.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. Here I come. What about here?
Nope. You guessed wrong.
should go now, so Mother can see you too.
Yay. Hey, we did it. Look at this. Look at how much design there is. A little bit there. What a cool game. What a cool game this was. Let's do it.
The Lord Spymaster is with her, but
Welcome home, Lord Protector. Stop moving, Campbell. And you, Corvo, welcome back. From wherever you've been. They sent him all around the Isles to beg for aid. A waste of time. My elixir will banish the plague from this city. Now keep still a moment, High Overseer Campbell.
I'm not so sure that painting looks like Campbell.
You saw my improvements to the waterlock.
I did.
I must preserve our High Overseer for future generations of the faithful to marvel at.
I'm sure the Empress is eager to see you. Eh, Corvo? I leave the worst parts of him in shadow, but still. I do my duty for the realm, but not gladly.
I just want to see how many different options
In
he
this
has.
painting, I insult my own genius. See what I'm forced to paint? The High Overseer is no beauty.
They did a lot, hmm? Oh, and he's done. My entire ridicule vanished.
It was a fool's errand, Corvo. The plague comes from inside us. We must all strengthen our faith.
No, faith-wise,
High
eh?
Overseer,
No foreigner can
ask
save
you
us
to
from the
hold your
consequences of a
pose.
corrupt society. No fancy elixirs either. Remember, to every man his choice, to every man his fate. Say what you will, this plague has brought the faithful to our doors. Remember, to every man his choice,
Oh,
to
he's
every
repeating
man
himself.
his fate. Say what you will, this plague has brought the faithful to our doors.
So yeah, he's a bit of a zealot, as it were. And look at that. You could drink
What
this.
are you doing? I need the bottle to draw the eye away from Campbell. I suppose I can paint him without the cider, though in truth he is always close to the stuff.
And I think that eventually, when you have the option to steal this painting, it doesn't have the cider on. So there's two versions of it.
Could the city get any worse? Chances are very good.
she'll see you at once.
Good to have you back, sir. It's been good traveling with you, Corvo.
Jeff
You ever
Kerner.
met my niece Callista? She's getting more beautiful every year. I'll be happy you're back with the watch. I'm no diplomat. Strange we saw whales off Whitecliff. It's too early in the year. I hope we're not fools to come back here. The plague's only getting worse.
Alright. Who are you?
Hello, my lord.
Oh, you're just a maid. Alright, here's where it gets
They're
exciting.
sick people, not criminals.
We've gone beyond that question, Your Majesty.
They're my citizens, and we will save them from the plague if we can. All of them.
Very well.
We will not speak of this again.
Mother, Corvo is back.
Thank you, Emily. Leave us, please.
As you wish, Your Majesty. Corvo. 2 days early. Full of surprises, as usual.
Can I talk to him?
Get your own squad after
Lord Protector, I know the Empress will be delighted to have you back. She still thinks we can help those who have the plague. Preposterous. One shouldn't keep Her Majesty waiting.
I got time.
I've heard the other isles won't aid us. Why did I even bother convincing her to send you, you might ask? Don't you have a message to deliver?
Not immediately. Are you gonna have a little conversation, perhaps?
What will I do now?
He's just gonna stand there? Interesting. That is kind of fun, I will admit. That he has conversation option, considering what's about to happen.
Later, will you show me that Tivian chokehold like you promised? I won't tell Mother. Take me with you on a trip one day, please. Everyone seems scared because of the rat plague. I'm glad you're here. Did you see any pirates? Mother told me that your trip was important. She's been worried. Mother's going to be happy. She missed you.
Oh, she did she?
Corvo, if you will marry my mother, would you marry me?
That's a wild proposition. Oh, I'm not supposed to look there
It's a
yet.
fair wind that brings you home to me. What news have you brought?
Give the letter to the Empress. And so the fates are set into motion.
I hoped that one of the other cities had dealt with this before, knew of some cure. This news is very bad.
Oh shit!
We're at the breaking point. Cowards. They're going to
Oh, it
blockade
vanished
us.
and then it showed
They'll
up
wait
again.
to see if the plague turns the city into a graveyard.
Are you okay, Mother? You seem sad.
Yes, don't worry, darling. Mother is fine. Wait, where are the guards? Who sent them away?
Who are
Mother,
those?
Look! What are they doing on the rooftop?
What? Emily, come here.
A woo? Going in blind? Not really. But it'll be as if I am blind, because I'm bad at video games. And I haven't played this one in like 8 years. Left to attack. Right to attack with your left hand. Oh, it does that Skyrim thing where it's reversed. I kinda hated that. Never understood why. Like, for me, if I'm pressing the left button, it's the left hand. If it's the right button, it's the right hand. Why do we have to do this cross brain hemisphere thing? Press and hold the thumb mouse button to block incoming sword attacks. Perfect timing will put the enemies off balance. And open them up for a lethal counterattack.
Get behind me!
Where are you?
Look out! Another one!
Oh!
Corvo, thank you. If you hadn't been here... No more! Not again!
Mommy!
No! Get away
Oh, hey,
from
Dad.
her! Corvo!
Oh no!
Mommy!
Who could have forced him to such a thing?
Corvo, it's all coming apart. Find Emily. Protect her. You're the only one. You'll know what to do. Won't you? Corvo.
This is the least flattering angle that this game ever has.
Ward us all. Look at what he's done.
Yes, he's killed the Empress. What did you do with young Lady Emily, traitor?
Her own bodyguard. Ironic.
I'll see you beheaded for this, Corvo. Take him.
Ah! Yay! We did it. And now it's all down here from here. Oh. Let's see if I still remember any of the routes. Cauldron Prison. We have been dishonored. 6 months have passed since you were accused by the royal spymaster of murdering the Empress and conspiring to abduct her daughter Emily, the royal heir. Now locked away in Coldridge Prison, the time for your execution draws near. Yeah, it did.
This is your final chance, Corvo. Sign the confession, and let me give you the rights to put your spirit at ease.
I'm being branded.
That's enough for now. Get out. Let's give the man some time to think. Corvo, the Empress is dead. Her daughter Emily is hidden away, and no one will ever know the truth.
Yes, unlucky you. Tomorrow you'll be executed, but it's for a good cause. This country needs strong leadership now, someone to guide the weak. And that's where we come in.
There was nothing personal in this, even though you almost sank our plans. But it turned out well. You were in the wrong place at the right time, and someone has to take the fall. Goodbye, Corvo. Guards! Take him back to his cell.
Oh no. What do you mean they are evil? The religious fanatic and the royal regent cannot possibly be evil.
You should eat, Corvo. This meal comes from a friend.
From a friend? But what friends could I possibly have? I killed the Emperor, you may ask. We all start with innocence, but the world leads us to guilt. That symbol meant something. I don't remember what it was. I think it's those guys from the brewery. Look, a toilet with moths. They're doing it for the people. Can't believe they're doing it. What is this? God, I wish I could read cursive. I can differentiate like two words. That and big. Then a big... a little... something. That something... is better than a... What do we have for that? A little something that something is better than a big... God. Some people could read cursive. I really can't. Oh look, a rat. It's casting its own low-resolution shadow. Amazing. I think you can even at some point read the thing that's dropped on the ground by the Empress. Delicious bread from friend. New objective, a letter from a friend. Read the message. Yeah, I'm afraid not. I don't tend to invite a very intelligent crowd. Oh, Corvo, who we are is relevant right now. Just know that we have faith in you. Here is the key to your cell. Once you're out, head for the prison's interrogation room. Take the explosive there and plant it on the outer door. When the bomb goes off, run. Make for the river and lose yourself in the sewers. You'll find some useful gear stashed there. One of the prison guards will leave a weapon just outside your cell. And good luck. You will need you alive and well for what is to come. A friend? Oh, you wish it was Kamiya game. Corvo's cell key.
We should bathe. I can smell you from here. Please, not now.
Ooh. Oh, the head bob. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Hello. I was like, okay. That is so much better. City Watch Sword. Oh yeah. Uh-huh, we flip it.
How come so many people are coming to the execution tomorrow?
I don't belong here. I never did nothing. She lied.
The one who killed the Empress and abducted her daughter, Emily. So it's an occasion.
Assassinations and lethal takedowns. With a sword in hand, assassinate an unaware enemy by pressing the left mouse button, or approaching an unaware enemy from behind. And hold thumb button to perform a non-lethal takedown. Using stealth and a non-lethal approach has benefits. Fewer rats and weepers. Some people react favorably, and the final outcome is not as dark. Like this is the most important tutorial of the game. And they leave it as just like a little bit of subtext at the bottom.
Right. A social event for the high and mighty. Come see the noble Lord Protector get his head chopped off. They're as bad as us betting on the dog fight.
Good for you. I hated that guy.
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance.
It's a stealth game.
1 week's notice.
Nice work. Get a few more before they get you. Hey, kill a guard for me, will ya? Burn this place to the ground. Let me out. I've got 3 days before they cut my head off. Tell Slackjaw I'm in here. He's gotta get me out.
Slackjaw? You're a Slackjaw game?
You're out. Good for you. Cut some throats.
Stupid goddamn dumb.
What would you do with a drunken sailor? What would you do with a drunken sailor? What would you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? Yeah, there is. You can even kill the important people with non-lethal measures. Look at how this 2000s game signposting tells you where to go. Rats, rats, we are the rats. Celebrating in a birthday. It's your birthday. Cake and ice cream, it's on its way. Ooh, a key.
Military wing is off limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice.
I hate how it's 2 different buttons for it, but I will be remorseful. You can just open that up for yourself. What was it, tab? No, it's middle mouse button.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
Here? I don't think there was anyone here, right? Yeah. I mean, I even know how this game ends, man. You don't need to tell me, like, every little teeny tiny little bit. A lot of people really do prefer, like, high chaos because it's just easier. And I'm gonna try to not save scum my way out of problematic situations. Like, if I fuck it up, I fuck it up type stuff. Because otherwise the mind goblins will take over me and we'll just be here forever. Duty officers report Corvo's interrogation. Corvo Etano, formerly the Royal Protector, will be brought in for interrogation. This is of utmost importance. The Lord Regent and High Overseer Campbell will conduct the questioning themselves, follow their orders without hesitation, and keep the torture under control. If Corvo dies in his hands, instead of getting the public execution the Lord Regent wants, it'll be your head that rolls next. Yeah. I mean, they wanted it to be a thief game, so, understandable. Oh yeah, you could do that. Look at that. The J button. Mission clues. Mission items. Look at how cool these menus look.
Corvo's unconscious again. Though he's taken more punishment than the 2 men we brought in for interrogation.
No, I haven't.
When he wakes, we'll start again. Having him sign the confession for her murder isn't critical, but it might be useful to us later. The assassination of an empress is not a trivial matter.
I don't remember all the coin locations. Can you still do this? No. I tried. You can lean through doors and do stupid shit. Exit from a book on the esoteric practices of the Abbey. Once a child shows their proper inclination, he is marked. Overseers are assigned to study the subject surreptitiously in order to determine whether this inclination is supported by cosmological conditions or other signs, ongoing throughout the year. At the end of the cycle, those befitting further testing are removed from their homes some hours before dawn, and thus begin the march to the outpost outside the city. There the children undergo ritual preparation and evaluation until the last night of the month of rain, when they make a pilgrimage to White Cliff. During an elaborate ceremony, it is determined which of the children will become overseers and which must be put down. I never bothered to read these, so I'm going to do it now. And I'm somewhat interested in doing so. So this game has a very nice setting. Yeah, this is kind of a difficult room. We're in corners.
Ackworth, you lazy slug. Did you patrol the yard? Sorry, not yet. I was gonna report that boiler leak from yesterday. Forget it. Just do your rounds. A report's trouble for both of us. I'm
Attention.
moving.
The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice.
Hey, blow off. It's just ridiculous. Stupid rats. Plague. Elixir. Bunch of crap.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
Coin's right there. Oh yeah, he jumps like a fucking madman. I forgot that.
Corvo's execution is tomorrow, right?
Yeah, but everything has to be set up today.
I can't wait to see his head roll. Not everyone did, but I really like the Empress. Let me know if you want to
Attention.
take my patrol.
The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice.
There you go, get some bullets on you. The Handpits pub. Scott vs. Blackie. Come from the pub known for the best ales and the freshest blood ox stew. Forget where this man patrols. Let's exit through the same place. Oh yeah, coins. Oh, he goes far. That's what he does.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
There you go. Deposit them on top of this place. Oh, look at that. What a striking pose.
Huh?
I'm gonna wait for him to turn around.
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice.
Hey there. How's it going, man? He doesn't have anything on him, so I won't even bother. And they're all unconscious, which makes it pretty damn easy. You noticed something. You turn around, you're done, son. This is your fate. The distances which you can grab people are kind of nutty, to say the least. Anything else worth my time and interest? I can place people here. Into the trash you go. There you go. He's safe. And now for the worst part of this level. No. Come on. It's... See, the Mind Goblin activated there. How, it was a certain line, right, that you had to take where they don't do that. I think that's undetected. Right? No trespassing. And here's the reason why, for the most part, this game doesn't count your chaos for the first mission. Oh, I should have read that. Fuck, I'm so used to not having to do that.
He used some kind of explosive to blast his way out. That doesn't happen by accident.
You think he had help?
Cover, if you're reading this, this means that our plan worked, and you have broken free from Codred. One of our contacts has hidden weapons for you somewhere deeper in the sewers. Grab the gear and find Samuel. These tunnels dump out into the river. He will bring you to us, a friend who you will meet soon. Or who will meet you soon.
Bottle Street gang, maybe. Watch for booby traps. Could be some down here by the look of it.
Good. If we're lucky, one of them will get Corvo.
You're afraid of him? He's Sir Conan. It's all merchant.
Oh no. And those are the only forced kills in the entire game, just to show you what rats do to people. And here is where my extensive knowledge of this game diminishes rapidly, and there is nothing to do. Rats are eating our babies. This guy writes in perfect calligraphy. Look at that. Look at this font this man has produced with his hands. Like this I can understand, right? But that? Mm-mm. No, sir. Oh no, they're coming. I really don't remember where coins are. I really wish I did, but I don't. So I'm not gonna pretend that I do. David's journal. Amanda and I only had enough coin to buy half of the elixir we needed. Even that's all gone now, and there's nothing to do but wait. We're very sick, and there's no place above to hide from the city watch. They're breaking into houses all over the district. So we'll stay here and share the last hours together. I will keep the rats away. But they'll inherit this city. What a terrifying little thing. Oh. There they are. That's unfortunate. pretty good lighting setup going on here. Hidden supplies, as it were. The outsider walks among us. Oh no, he played Among Us. Not the outsider. Is that why he's so weird? Just consumes whatever food he finds on the fucking floor. No consideration where that's been whatsoever. He's not bothered by it, doesn't think about it, he just crunches on it. What a blessed state of mind. I love how that's that same graffiti, but just smaller. I forgot that. How do you holster? H? Y? T? R? G? I'm never gonna use that gun, so I don't care about the bullet. I really don't remember. Oh, and I think there's a conversation, right?
Cards headed to the flooded district? Yeah, but screw that. That's too far. I don't want to catch the plague, do you? No. Doesn't the elixir prevent it? Maybe. Either way, let's just dump them down there. Let the rats eat them.
There you go. So you do that little section.
Attention Dunwall citizens. The assassin Corvo, responsible for the murder of our fair Empress and the disappearance of Lady Emily, heir to the throne, has temporarily escaped state custody.
Temporarily.
Any evidence as to his whereabouts must be delivered to the City Watch at once.
Crunch. And here's the worst decision they made in this game. Like, depending on where you point your camera, you go up chains. Thankfully, they don't really ever use it. But it's still just rough. Like, why would you, man? I'm pretty sure I've already missed some coins. Let's be real for a moment. You get an incendiary bolt for doing that. Oh yeah, and you can go up there. Disarm that one. Look at that! Engineer TF2 spanner. That's definitely what it is and nothing else. Right? I'm just looking around. Don't mind me. Yeah. And there's this thing over there. I'm gonna look at that in a bit. And his corpse. Alright. There we are. Get that stuff. There we go. Now, time for the coolest sword in the fucking video game. Greetings, Corvo, or should I say Lord Protector, as you were known before that title was wrongfully taken from you. We are the servants of the Empire and the true Empress, a group of loyalists who want very much to meet you. Take these weapons, crafted for you, the finest materials in the Isles, and meet with our man Samuel near where the tunnels spill into Rinhaven River. No haste and luck, share a common purpose. I love how they're already repeating themselves because they've ran out of exposition to tantalize him with. Look at that. Oh. Uh-huh. Leap dots. The stuff of legends. Jelly share. In case you're too daft to remember, look to the whiskey for the answer. Whiskey? Got it. If you want your share, we'll sort it out. If not, I'll come back for it next month. Look to the whiskey for the answer. Oh wow, it's 0451! Yay. There you go, that's 50 coins. And that's how you know it's a real Looking Glass game. And by Looking Glass, I mean definitely not. Don't remember if there's anything right there.
He won't get past me, sir. Do you know who we're hunting here? Don't try to take him out alone.
But what if no one from the squad is around?
Then try to make a lot of noise when you die. Knock something over if you can.
Bastard.
And that vehicle. Goddamn vehicle design. Anything over here? No. Could have been a cool place to hide something. Gee, to see drop assassination. Drop on an enemy from above and press left mouse before landing on him to perform a drop assassination. You won't take any damage from the fall. Yeah, but we don't want to
die sometimes in the dark. Just slip into the water, don't come out.
It's gonna take a piss. I'm gonna eat all of your fried rats. Here's the rough little bit for ghosting. fucked up. Oh, the Mind Goblin. I'm gonna do this mission, and I'm gonna try for the ghost, and then I'm never gonna do it again. I pinky swear.
You little bastard. Hey, what's going on there?
I have to do it quicker. That's what that tells me. Okay.
He's slippery. Check everything. That must have been nothing. You little bastard. Nasty furry filth. Seen anybody with signs of the sickness?
Bug someone else.
Yeah, I don't think I'll get all the coins, but I'll be pretty damn close. Really? We're doing this? Okay. Guess we are.
Nasty furry filth.
Okay, and this is basically the end of the level. Look at this.
Attention Dunwall citizens.
What a
The
set-piece
assassin
trailer
Corvo,
moment.
responsible for the murder of our fair empress and the disappearance of Lady Emily, heir to the throne, has temporarily escaped state custody. Any evidence as to his whereabouts must be delivered to the City Watch at once.
God rays.
Over here. Quickly, I'm a friend.
In a moment, Samuel. Oh. I'm sorry, I'm not that good at swimming. Samuel? Sam? There we go. It's fine.
I'm Samuel, and I work for some good people who want very much to meet you. They said you'd come out here. I could still hardly believe it. I'll take you to meet them. Just down the river from here.
Alright, old man. Let's go. Look at that in the back. Apparently rats found someone. And I definitely didn't get all the gold. This is the shit about these games, right? Not only do you have to be very careful about where you kill people, but it could be at any point. Well, I did get a good sum of money, so I'm relatively happy with that. Hidden allies. Hidden in an old bar on the river. Your new allies have plans to share with you. Meet with the Loyalists' inner circle to learn what they've got in mind for you. That's how that sentence seemed to go.
This is the Hound Pit's pub. Closed for business. Half the district marked off as dead from the plague. We're right under the Lord Regent's nose, and he don't know a thing. Of course, if anyone finds out what we're up to, the Watch will break in with swords drawn. And now that you've escaped, the Lord Regent's going to be tearing the city apart. I'll take you up to meet Admiral Havelock and the rest of the Loyalists. The Admiral's a man to be reckoned with. If anyone can help you find that missing girl, Lady Emily, and clear your name, he can.
And Pit's pub. It's a really cool setting. Mission clues added. Samuel the boatman has smuggled you across the river for Coldridge Prison. He works for an underground movement opposed to the illegal reign of the Lord Regent, and has brought you to meet the members of the organization. Or you can hide objective marker. Let's see if there's anything I haven't noticed over the years. It's such a nice little fucking place. Oh, and that. What could there be inside there? Those windows are impenetrable. Don't know whiskey. It's like a little area for you to mess around in. And there's some random ore around there. Alright. And you can go up from there. Blood from the eyes. Blood.
Welcome to the Hound Pit Pub, sir. How may I help?
Hello, sir. I am Wallace, and this is Cecilia. We have been informed of your arrival and will do our best to stay out of your way while you conduct your business.
Yes. Lydia's a servant here as well. The Admiral served in the Navy under the Empress, but something happened with the Lord Regent that drove the Admiral out. If I understand it right. Admiral Havelock made it very clear that we aren't to carry lamps outside. Maybe you haven't seen much of it, but the city has changed a great deal after the Empress died. Since the Lord Regent took over, the city watch is best avoided. Most people try not to go outside at all. We can't leave the pub. I've nowhere to go anyway. My apartment was in the flooded district.
That's unfortunate. What is this? More ore? That's alright. This entire section is a bit of a nightmare, isn't it? Report with
Attention
any
all
success.
citizens. Curfew extends from sundown to sunrise unless you are otherwise authorized. Violators will be subject to interrogation and detained when necessary. Remember, the boldest measures are the safest.
The boldest measures are the safest. Look at that, the golden cat. And Greaves the lightning oil. Abandoned apartment keyhole. I don't remember when that becomes accessible, but it does. Eventually. Or you could just sneak in.
Oh my! You startled me. You
Attention,
could only be
citizens of
Corvo.
Dunwall. The old
I suppose
port
you're
district has
practicing
been
for
added
your
to the evacuation list.
your job.
The weeper
You're
count
much
for the
younger
month
than I
of
expected.
siege has increased.
Do
The
make
Lord
yourself at
Regent
home.
has decreed that plague
Terrible you got blamed
ordinances
for the death
will
of the
remain
Empress,
in
Mr.
effect through
Stewart.
the month of rain. Stay alert and
I'm
stay
sorry
loyal.
it's so dark. We can't risk being seen. It is a bit romantic, though, isn't it? I used to be the hostess here. Oh, I could tell you stories about that, believe me. You can call on Cecilia for the more menial tasks. It's what she's suited for.
Oh, you have a key
I
on you.
hope the bed's to your liking. Let me know if you have trouble sleeping.
Are you flirting with me? Is this what's going on? I appreciate it. And Puna songs. Oh, look at that. It's a really weird, dark version of what we do with a drunken sailor. Litany on the White Cliff. Excerpt from a series of Overseer invocations by her Overseer Abram Templeton. And I say to you, brothers, it is here that we make our stand as a righteous force against the growing darkness. It is here that we unite against the spirits of the unknown that would drag us screaming into the night, never to return to our homes, to our families. Together, we will serve as a rod to those who would stray from the herd, for the foggy grey wastes of the outsider. We will burn a bright fire with our virtuous actions, so that others will not lose their way, and that those who choose to wander beyond the walls of our homes in far places, we will strike at them swiftly, before they whisper to their neighbors, filling their hearts with strangeness and doubt. It's kind of nice that I'm, like, all these years later, figuring out what actual High Overseer means. Hey, Walt.
If I may, I am the personal assistant to Lord Pendleton, and one of the senior servants at Pendleton House, as was my father. Now I am entrusted with this house, the home of the Loyalists. I have never seen the Admiral fail at any venture. If order can be restored to the city of Dunwall, I believe he can do it. If anyone can get your old life back, it's him.
Interesting.
I don't need to tell you, if the authorities investigated this place, we would be hard-pressed to explain ourselves. We brought a few trifles over from Pendleton Manor. A touch of home in these trying times. Your room in the loft should assure your privacy. Lord Pendleton was once a close ally to the Lord Regent, but there was a great shuffling of the aristocratic families. My lord was attacked by vipers from all sides. I understand you were once welcome at court, before the murder. May I say I am relieved to have another man here who knows the courtly world. This building has stood here for over 3 centuries. As long as Lord Pendleton calls it home, I would defend it with my life. I may well have to.
Alright.
Do not attempt to house or care for
One of those medals that are obviously a 2D painted texture.
their face and chest area. The only way to help them is to bring them to the city watch.
Precious
They will
12
be
oil.
taken to the flooded.
The Gaffer's Tale, Volume 1, excerpt from the Travel Journal of a Young Whaler. Gaffer's Tale, Volume 1, or The Gaffer's Early Adventures. My sister Nina and I left Tivia together, saying goodbye to our aunt, the woman who had raised us since childhood. leaving behind our home of Yarrow and the cold, beautiful white landscapes we've always known. We boarded a ship for Dunwall. Our parents had left us with a sizable inheritance. We spent half of this getting to the capital city and establishing a small import shop dedicated to Tivian furs. Once I'd helped Nina establish the business, I was free to pursue my dream. Signing on with a whaling ship was the most exciting thing I had ever done, and I saw it as the means to an end. Someday I would captain my own crew and eventually own a fleet of similar vessels. With tears in her eyes, Nina kissed me farewell, and I did not see her again for many months. As an apprentice to the gaffer, I got to see the tracking and killing of the great beasts up close. Nothing had ever fired my spirit so as the wind and pounding waves racing after a wounded whale, being pulled by a skein of cables embedded in its thick flesh. I changed more in the first 7 months than I had in the previous 7 years. Whaling was beginning to put its mark on me so that Nina barely recognized me when I returned, tanned and sinewy with muscle, weather creases already wrinkling the corners of my eyes. She could see that I was filled with joy, having found my purpose. Oh, that's so cute. Admiralty and the Fleet, excerpt from a book on naval history. Well, each of the Isles has some form of naval fleet. None is more envied than that of Bristol, with its long, proud history of great ships and the admirals who command them. Boys come of age in the cities of Bristol hoping to someday captain such a ship, and family dynasties are made by those captains who track down infamous pirates or crush seditious uprisings as during the Morley insurrection. In times of war and peace, Bristol continues to innovate at sea. The ship designs of Anton Sokolov himself now represent the highest standard in the whaling trade, allowing crews to haul their kill up over the deck, begin their butchery and processing, even as the ship returns to Dunwall. The crews can be seen working on their latest whale as the ship moves slowly up to the Wrenhaven River, coming to dock with one of the powerful whalehouse. Why is it not called a whalehouse? Like, that was a completely genuine mistake, but also, why not? The powerful warehouse companies, such as the Greaves Whaling House, suspended in the rigging overhead and backlit by the setting sun. The silhouette of one of these creatures makes a moving sight as it cruises to its final resting place in the industrial heart of the capital city. So they see Admiralty as a whaling ship, not as a military one. And Anton Sokolov apparently designed ships outside of painting and creating elixirs. Havelock Entry 1. It has been days since our men were dispatched to stash weapons for Corvo and the old sewer. They have not returned, so I only hope that they succeeded in getting the packages delivered. Puro spent considerable time and resources making these things. If I could find a way to mass-produce them, the Dunwall Navy would secure its place as the dominant force on the globe. But back to Corvo. Can he actually break out of Coldridge? And if so, will he make his way here? I personally give him odds of 1 in 5. Oh, he doesn't believe in us too strongly, does he now?
Log entry 1-4. It seems we have moved to a new phase. Martin's improvisations have borne fruit. The former bodyguard has been freed and is en route to the staging location. With Pendleton's voting block and my military connections, all we've lacked is the ability to project lethal force in a controlled manner against a previously inaccessible... to the point, we need a man who can kill the bastards for us. Corvo is more than capable of that, I have no doubt. N-bomb. Is this off? Switch. Switch, where the hell is it?
Oh, he's inept with technology? Great. Beautiful. So this is the Admiral's little room, isn't it? Already talked to these people. We have a little bit of whaling stuff.
My furnishings have been installed at last with no small amount of complaining by that antiquated boatman. The others have no idea what it's like to suffer as I have. Speaking of which... Wallace! Please breathe 2 bottles of Dunwall Red, never mind which, and fetch a clean glass. Well, I'll begin again tomorrow.
So that's Pendleton, so I'm guessing this is his room. Toilet. The Shadow on Bitterleaf. Exit from a larger work of fiction. Finding my way by the feeble light of the dying fire, I saw her working. A large needle moved in her hand, following precise esoteric patterns. Knots and loops of seamstress craft from ancient days. Beneath her needle, his body clenched and shuddered, shaking the wooden table. A morbid fascination pushed me closer until she turned her blank face towards me, resting the needle in his flesh, which, with a refined tone, she asked me, "So, you are the lover, I presume? You too have been unfaithful, and it is now your turn to be mended." It's a little creepy romance novel, isn't it?
Be advised.
Young Prince of Tivia. Listen from a theatre play. Lord Nathan Bale, shaking with outrage. "How dare you, sir? Cloth so in my very home. I should hand you over to the watch, deprived Tivian." Prince Kalasar moving closer. "It's a harsh welcome for royalty, my lord. Your daughter treated me with much more hospitality. Alas, she has gone out for the evening, leaving me all alone." Lord Nathan Brown, stammering, studying the younger man before him. "What are you doing? Leave this house. Go back to your frozen wasteland, pale rascal." Prince Kalasar, smiling coyly, reaches out. "No need for anger between us, Lord Brial. It is so wrong. Is it so wrong for me to be here? As I've proven, I have developed an affinity for you and your family." Ratheno gasping, "Oh my, Kalasar! Your skin is so warm it burns." Ooh, she's into some smut, isn't she? Gaffer still volunteer. Oh, that's exactly what after we just read. Exit from the travel journal of a whaler in his final years. A Gaffer's Tale, Volume 2, or a Gaffer's Final Passage. After more than a quarter of a century, I'm done with whaling, too broken to continue. I've seen all the corners of the Isles and made more coin than most men see in a lifetime. But it's all gone. I've lived through an emperor and watched his daughter take the throne. Fair young empress she was, but slain too young. Everything beautiful comes to die. I've eaten in every port of the known world and sailed to the loneliest waters you can imagine. I've seen the cliffs around Pandesia. Even the best of it doesn't give me an ounce of joy. The years come back across my dreams as a line of butchered bodies, long, sleek, and singing among the waves under the moonlight, only to be spared by ugly, weather-scarred men who'd knife each other only for a good pair of boots. Each year I had less time to come home. My tongue forgot the language of small chatterin'. Those who lived in the cities thought me odd. My sister Nina hardly knew what to say to me during our visits. When she had lost her business to the Lord Regent's crooked barrister, I was 100 miles east of Moray, gaff hand frozen from the sleet as we tracked the first bull whale we'd seen in months. I helped her as much as I could, but Nina died in the early days of the plague. None of it mattered. If I'm jaded and bitter, it's because the industry has taken away my dreams. The world has beaten me.
As far as the river mouth
That's
and
a
flooded
really
district.
quick
Do not
shift
attempt to
in
approach
2
or
volumes there.
destroy a river crust. Any items recovered from doing so are considered state property.
Pretty quick turnaround. There you go. Just gonna look around as much as I feel like. It's a lot of coins, but single ones.
So it's starting at last, Admiral. We found our man. Even after 6 months in Coldridge Prison, he slipped out like it was nothing.
Yes. Not surprising. He was the personal bodyguard of the Empress.
Attention
You've
Dunwall
heard
citizens. Lady
Yes,
Emily
I
Caldwin
have.
was abducted
It
6
still
months
amazes
ago
me that
during her
someone could
mother's
get to the
terrible
Empress and
murder.
young Lady Emily.
Anyone with information
No one
leading to
knows
the location or return of the
We all
daughter
have
of our
our
beloved
suspicions.
late Empress
We'll know the
is
truth.
required to speak to the City
He's
Watch
strong
at
and
once.
quick. But I hope he understands subtlety as well.
This isn't one of your fancy dress parties. The reality is that we need men killed. Have you ever killed a man?
Only with my wit. But it's a fair point as always. He'll be here soon, and I'm looking forward to meeting him.
Thank God that fucking notification made it so fucking terribly difficult to hear anything happening. It was riveting, honestly. Alright, we've checked over there. How about here? Some Odin. And this is my room. Which gives me access to that as well. Corvo's chamber. A whale oil lamp. Don't remember much about secret little bits in this game, but I'll try my best, as you can imagine.
Attention all citizens.
Hey.
Curfew extends from sundown to sunrise unless you are otherwise authorized. Violators will be subject to interrogation and detained when necessary. Remember, the boldest measures are the safest.
Alright. That's about it. Oh no, wait. The glimmer of coin. I know I'm taking my sweet time, but get used to it. I want to fuck about as much as possible. I think this is the room they have prepared for Emily, isn't it? A couple of books to read as well. I'm gonna eventually get tired of that, but I have to empathize with me. The Fugue Feast, excerpt from a book on the celebrations and holidays. At the end of every year, after the last day of the month of songs, we begin the Fugue Feast. The new year has not started, and thus the time that follows is outside the calendar. A period of celebration and feasting begins, during which the people abandon the very practices that keep them whole and healthy over the year. Many live their lives euphoric with spirits or potent herbs. Some paint their faces or wear masks to conceal themselves as they pursue their passions without reservation. When the right cosmological signs are observed and it is time for the calendar to begin anew, the sitting High Overseer calls for the hymn of atonement, and the Fugue Fest begins. Families return to their homes, wives to their husbands, enemies put down their weapons, and fires are extinguished. No complaint is given those who have wronged others, deviating from ancient codes or discarded oaths. For the time during the astrological alignment does not exist and is not recorded. The following day starts the new year, marked on the first day of the month of Earth, as it has always been. So they have a little part of the year where they just get into a lot of debauchery, don't they? Trials of Aptitude. This is what we've read. Yes, we've already read this book. Over in the Coldridge Prison. Cold to the Spheres, Volume 1. Exit from a work of fiction, early chapters. My stomach twisted as the engines of the old vessel roared louder. It was the creation of Orcado, third prefect of the Academy of Natural Philosophy. He was exhilarated, savoring each of the small craft's undulations. Orcado pulled a lever, and a great gout of smoke surrounded us. The smell of burning whale oil grew unbearable as the machine propelled itself upward. I was too afraid to look through the window, which suddenly didn't feel thick enough. As if knowing my thoughts over fear, Bryn looked at me and smiled. Recite some of the litany, my pupil, to protect your heart from the turpitude of the void on our way to the outer spheres. So that's kind of a science fiction-y novel. And there's a way to get up, as you might imagine. Alright, let's go meet our loyalists, shan't we? Can't get in here for now. Unfortunate, but what can you do? And this is where I entered the other time.
I expect they're hard at work in there. Best join them. They'll help you get whoever really killed the Empress. I'm sure the Admiral is anxious to meet you. It wasn't easy getting you here. I wouldn't hang about if I were you. From what I understand, time's getting short.
Oh, is there now? And there it is, the man of the hour.
We can continue this later, Lord Pendleton. The man of the hour is here. Corvo, I'm Admiral Havelock, a true servant of the Empire, like you. Until the Lord Regent purged those of us who wouldn't recognize his claim on the throne.
And I'm Lord Trevor Pendleton. I represent the nobility in our little group. But we all act as equals here at the Hound Pits pub.
This is a momentous occasion, Corvo. I'm going to come out with it. We've been building a coalition of loyalists, aimed at ending the Lord Regent's tyranny and restoring the throne.
At risk of execution, we're committed to finding young Lady Emily and seeing her crowned as Empress.
We've got big plans, but we can't do any of it without you. We need your skills, your ability in a fight, and in helping us, we're going to help you destroy the men who murdered the Empress.
Sorry, you must be exhausted. We can discuss this further after you've recovered. But before you retire, you should introduce yourself to Piero. He's challenging at times, but his industrious mind buys him that right.
Yes, Piero's as much an artist as a technician. He's going to be crafting the gear you'll need. Go talk to him and then get some sleep. We can talk more when you've rested.
Let's talk to him, because he's leaving.
Pleased to meet you, Master Corvo. I saw you at court in happier days, but you might not remember. I was once a close ally to the Lord Regent, Hiram Burroughs, back when he was just the spy master. He's one manipulative bastard, I can tell you that. There's something distinguished about you, Corvo. Was there nobility back in your family line? I wouldn't be surprised. Did you know I'm distant kin to the late Empress and her line? Not close enough, sadly. I'll never be Emperor. Most of the nobility went straight over to the Lord Regent's side after the Empress died. Easiest thing to do. But to me, a noble birth requires a sense of loyalty. This city has fallen into ruin since the plague struck. These poor weepers moaning and bleeding from the eyes. They say there's no cure for the plague once it advances that far. Terrible.
I've never done that with the conversation, so I'm doing it now. It's kind of vaguely interesting to me.
Good to have you.
Excuse me? Wait, was I brought back so abruptly?
Care for a friend or family member who shows signs of blood on their face and chest area. The only way to help them is to bring them to the City Watch. They will be taken to the flooded district for treatment.
Not much more going on financial-wise. Let's talk to Admiral. What is it, Havelock? Havelock.
Have you talked to Piero yet? He made the weapons we left for you on your way out of Coleridge Prison. Go see him when you can. Piero still wants a word with you. He's not a diplomat, but he's a brilliant man. Samuel is a blessing. Without him, we couldn't navigate the waters of the river at night. We keep our lights low to avoid prying eyes. What I wouldn't give to be back at sea. I told them I'd be damned if I sail under a usurper's flag. You should have seen their faces. Curse the Lord Regent. I might have taken to piracy after the Navy, but then inspiration struck me, and I started assembling our little group here. The Empire was built on its Navy. Never forget that. I served proudly until the bureaucrats took over. Pendleton's a good man. Used to be close to that snake, the Lord Regent himself. Don't be fooled by the fact that Pendleton's a noble, though. Not all of them are terrible. I bought this bar years ago. There were some happy times here before the plague hit the city. Before the Empress was killed and everything went to shit. We'll make it right again together.
I'm surprised he owns the place. Let's go talk to Piero.
I'll be crafting your weapons and gear. All custom work. For you, I will create the tools of a master assassin. No! This cannot happen now. The tank of whale oil's run out. Will you get a new tank from upstairs, please, while I hold this in place? Be careful. Oil's unstable. When it explodes, there's a terrible mess.
It's an oil tank dispenser, mind you. Look at that. Greaves lighting oil. Oil tank refill pump. Connect the empty tank and pump nozzle. Pull lever once. Wait for tank to fill. Remove tank.
Perfect. Now plug it in. Just perfect. Thank you, Cole. Here, see? The assassin's mask. You're a wanted man, so everyone in the city knows your face, but this mask will mean terror to them. If you just hold still, the fit must be precise. There. Can you see normally? Center lens out of alignment. There. Better now? I could create more for you. Upgrades for your gear, weapons, munitions. But our situation here is desperate. Scavenge the city for valuables and I will resell them on the black market. That should give us the money to craft the things you need. Tell me what I can make for you.
Let's have a look. Now all of these things are very nice and all. Sleeping bolts being the most valuable. Alright. Crossbow accuracy, range, reload. Combat sleep dart. Cover pistol upgrade. Sword crossing. Bullet capacity, spring razor capacity, bone charm capacity. go. It's very important.
You must be exhausted. I advise that you get some sleep. Your life will get even more difficult soon. You should rest while you can.
I'll take a look around beforehand.
Very well. You know best. Let me know if you need anything more.
I want to look at the little things he's got around. Such as this. Star chart, southern skies. Oh, that's more gold. Little grindstone. Just mess around with them. Sokolov technology in the new age. I guess the little stylistic thing going on. Well, it aligns there, but not there. And a letter vanishes. Exit from a recent book detailing Sokolov's machines. One of the advantages of Sokolov's technologies is that they share the same magnetic socket for the tanks of processing whale oil they use as fuel. When the tank is exhausted, another can be plugged into place with ease. The process is simple enough that any common workman, or even the lower guardsman of the City Watch, can handle the task. This applies to the arc pylon and wall of light security systems, as well as the powered carriages used for transport by those few who are wealthy enough to afford them. The only obvious downside of Sokolov's design is the volatility of the tanks themselves. A few incidents have occurred, resulting in damaged property or bodily harm whenever one of the tanks has exploded. Is that it now? But there was a little bit there. Hero's request is denied. Piero, no, I will not sign off on these purchases. Bag of powdered crystal, Tivian ore. What's wrong with the metals and crystal? King Sparrow feathers. If you need feathers, sacrifice your own pillow. Maybe at the academy everything you needed was paid off by tariff, or handed out willy-nilly, but this is my bar, or what's left of it. And we're operating on a budget. We're running low on oil, food, elixir, building materials, and everything else. So you've got to slow down. While I'm footing the bill, I will not approve your purchases unless they are absolutely required. No more copper wire or special herbs. If you need those things, go out and scavenge them. Half the city is in ruins, so no one is going to miss any of the old crap you seem to need. So my mask is totally made from fucking bat shit and Piero's pillow feathers that have mites on them. Second solution. Excerpt from a series of newspaper articles from prominent natural philosophers by Piero Joplin. It is through no fault of my own that the average citizen has expressed a preference for Sokolov's elixir over my own formula, sold as Piero's remedy. A name I did not choose, if you must know the truth. The public has spoken its usual message of idiocy, spending their coin as a means of selecting Sokolov's formula over mine, which I believe to be equal if not superior. Much has been made over the popularity of these concoctions as a mean of resisting this remarkable new plague. I say remarkable because the strain works with an efficiency we have not seen in the history of the Empire. This plague, now making its way through the city of Dunwall, is unrivaled in its effectiveness. I've studied it with the blood of those so afflicted, and it is nearly perfect. Elegant, in fact. And while it is true that Piero's remedy and Sokolov elixirs are known to protect the body against the plague equally, my own has properties not fully understood which relate to the mind itself and the spirit. And it is in this way that my formula wins out. Here is where one should pay attention to this contest. For you see, Sokolov's elixir, with its emphasis on the brute animal body, is a crass goo better suited for livestock. The subtle and secret variants in the key ingredients making up Piero's remedy ensure that it works on the higher functions that separate humankind from the mindless, blue-jawed hagfish swimming in the Wrenhaven River. Piero has some beliefs after my own. And it's a Portal reference. Alright, we have a bunch of reading actually. Let's listen a little bit more voice rests.
The Academy teaches that absurd idea that the energy in whale oil arises from the need to maintain life functions at extreme ocean depths. The pressure and the cold are too much to endure without it. I speculate that a human being might, by a process of adaptation, produce high-energy humors in the body. I could build a tank that would slowly increase pressure on a subject over a long period of time, and then observe them for years if need be, to see if the formulation of energetic substances develop. Surely the Empress would be able to furnish me with facilities, subject to the necessary legal amnesty.
He wants a little bit of experimentation time, What about you? What do you have to say for yourself?
Tell me what I can make for you.
You're just gonna do that? He doesn't have a conversation, I guess. Well, oil refining station. Sokolov no longer has the upper hand with regard to supplies of whale oil. The good admiral has paid for the installation of my own system, which will enable me to work in this place. The oil tank dispenser, when activated, will produce an empty vessel for filling. When the empty tank is held near the oil tank refill pump, the magnetic attractor should take the tank and lock it into the correct configuration. Using the lever, will begin the refilling process. Once refilling is completed, the tank can be removed and placed in service. Extreme caution must be used in handling the full tanks. They are quite unstable. The system is sound and well engineered. It appears that the Greaves Oil Company has done something correctly for once. Can you imagine that? Excerpt from the founder of the Greaves Whalehouse by Ebenezer Greaves. Whale oil processing. Out at sea, they secure the beast with hooks. Flying this cast from the main ship and from several smaller boats. Buoys keep the whale from diving deep. Once it is caught, a larger hook is driven through the tail, which is used to hoist the creature up through the chute. They moan and bellow for some time as the men get them onto the deck, then lift them into the scaffolding overhead. The ship adjusts its prow and returns to the port of Dunwall, where the crew works on the great creature, slicing off the fattiest parts, while it still lives. They don't even kill it. Peter will know of this. Well, vivisection. Excerpt from the notes of a natural philosopher aboard the whaling ship. Remarkably, each specimen I had the pleasure of studying during the voyage possessed some minor variance in physiology. On the second leg of the trip east of Tivia, the crew hauled aboard a female, some 42, I guess that's inches in length. I estimate she weighed 35 tons. No, that's not ton. Fucking inches. 41. What's the bigger than inch? Yards? I estimate she weighed 35 tons. And the ship sat low. It's feet, right? It's feet in inches. It's 42 feet. Which is like divided by 3 is around 34-ish meters. Wait, that's not true. That's 14 meters in length. Why did I say 34? Oh, because it's a 3, that's why. I'm an idiot. Rocking side to side through the night with a thrashing. By candlelight I took her apart, sketching and taking notes. Against her bellowing I cut into the mass of tentacles around her mouth. Within I found row upon row of teeth and a baleen running along the upper jaw. Through this broom-like structure, I assume she filtered food from the water that was too small to be chewed. No, 1 apostrophe is feet, 2 apostrophes is inches. This is 1 apostrophe, so it's feet. And a 3 foot is roughly 1 meter. Because of course you can't convert from one to another easily, because why would you? It has to be a fucking non-integer number. Failed experiments. Except from a series of lectures on natural philosophy by Pierre Joplin. Of course I've attempted to improve upon Sokolov's designs. Of course. And why not? After all, it is likely that his thinking was influenced in some small way by our time together at the Academy. We're all part of a community, striving to unknot the mysteries of the cosmos. Even those among us who possess the greatest minds are often led to a fruitful line of consideration by, how does one say it, our intellectual subordinates. Sokolov is no exception to this, despite the glamour of genius he has cast over the aristocracy. And further it is true that many of my experiments have failed. No need to gossip about it behind my back in our social clubs and in the very chambers of the Academy itself. Great ambition requires risks. You may laugh now at my door to nowhere, but someday you will not. Your children will likely see it as commonly as you see the electric lamps lighting our streets at night. But a few short years ago you would have laughed at Sokolov's arc pylon or wall of light. Your laughter, your condescending smiles, they're nothing but evidence of your own limited imagination. Yeah, I'm in Europe. What the fuck are you on about? It's just fucking America that uses the fucking imperial system. Oh yeah, you use stone. How many stones you weigh, cunt? I'm probably a boulder in 16 pebbles. Dead counter responsibilities. Exit from a manual on new city watch procedures. Commissioned by the Lord Regent in the face of the growing plague crisis, the dead counter is a petition that will only be given to officers. Oh, it's a position, sorry. It's a position that will only be given to officers, usually of junior or middle grades. In most matters of edict or curfew enforcement, these officers will defer to the acting officer on duty. However, any dead counter will have command in situations related to the plague and the handling of the dead, including those with late-stage plague symptoms called weepers in common parlance. Starting in the month of rain, interested officers may apply for the test and, if accepted, for the 2-week training tour. Pay will be administered in coin and rations of elixir at 1 1/2 normal pay grade. I would have imagined it's someone who just counts how many are dead, but there you go. Hero's Remedy. I knocked his little kettle off. That's what we use as a mana elixir eventually. The door to nowhere. Look at that. Hero's door to nowhere. The door to nowhere has proven to be a safety hazard. But for me, this project is an endless source of inspiration. With the proper application of energies, I believe I can transform the doorframe into a window of sorts. One that will allow a traveler to cover the distance from my workshop to some distant arbitrary point in a single step. Currently, the step leads to a sheer drop, straight down into the courtyard, but in the same time, it will bridge gaps that will boggle the mind. Such work is many years away, to be sure, but if I survive this plague, I am sure to succeed. There we go. Pretty much read everything there is to it. Look at that. Ka-chunk. Hero's workshop key required. I'm appalled. Yeah. Alright. Let's go to bed then.
Attention Dunhall citizens. Lady Emily Caldwin was abducted
Yes, very much so, but no need to fear. He is here to
murder.
work with our masters.
Anyone with information
People say he
leading to
killed the Empress.
location or
Of course he
return of the
didn't.
daughter of our beloved
People are
late
foolish
Empress
and believe
is
whatever they're
required to
told.
speak to the City
Okay.
Watch at once.
If the Admiral trusts him, then so will I.
I'm right here.
Please follow me to your quarters.
Oh, he's gonna lead me to my quarters? You don't want to talk anymore, do you?
This building has stood here for over 3 centuries. As long as Lord Pendleton calls it home, I would defend it with my life. I may well have to.
Come on, lead me to my quarters. I want to see if you have a little voice quip. And that's not me slurring my fucking words. I genuinely meant quip. No, Jonathan Wash. I can change my eyes.
This is your room. It was chosen to give you privacy. I understand you'll need your rest.
Okay. He does have a little quip. Look at how my mattress is highlighted. This is how you look at your bed after not sleeping for 24 hours. It just has an effervescent fucking glow about it. Look at how tightly tucked that pillow is in. Fucking hell. You gonna sleep on that, mate? I'll go to sleep now. I'm staying awake. The duality of man. Somewhere else? Who is this man? Why does he have a brick? How is he so strong? Anything peculiar? Different? Oh, that wall is walled off. Oh, hi. That's alright. Something is not right. No, Corvo, you're just fucking dumb as shit. Look at that. Gorgeous. Almost looks like pathologic, doesn't it? Strange gravity.
Hello, Corvo. Your life has taken a turn, has it not? The Empress is dead. Her precious daughter Emily is lost somewhere in the city, and you will play a pivotal role in the days to come. For this, I have chosen you and drawn you into the void. I am the outsider, and this is my mark. There are forces in the world and beyond the world. Great forces that men call magic. And now, these forces will serve your will. Use this newfound power. My gift to you. Come find me.
You cannot believe how popular that tattoo was when this game came out. Motherfuckers were just putting them on their ass cheeks for the double blink action. Fucking. Oh. Power, blink. Press button to execute fast and stealthy forward dash through the world. You can use it to move upward, while the distance is reduced. Aiming at ledges will allow you to blink forward and climb. Hold it to target your destination with precision. A blue sphere indicates that you should reach your destination. A blue arrow indicates that you'll climb up when you reach your destination. How nice of this magic power to have UI and UX designers. Aim the blink. Use the blink. Anything fancy in here? Look at that. That's a boat. I don't say so myself. What is that? Nothing. It's just precocious artistry. Oh no. It is her. Pure spiritual remedy. Not popular in real life, but very popular in the void, as you can see. Oh no. She is a died. Okay. Thank you, Suda51. I've played the silver case. And here's the most terrible thing about this game. You could do this for free, right? If you just wait. If you're a bastard and you just wait every single fucking time. And I'm gonna be that bastard. I'm gonna be like, okay, that bar is not going down ever. I'm not spending any money on spiritual remedies whatsoever. Black crab. I should make a black crab emote. Oh no. The black crab. Should have it be temporary. Emily's letter. Corvo, I am very sad. They say that you're dead, just like Mother. But I'm going to put this note in a bottle and throw it into the river because I do not believe them. Living here is very strange. I do not like it, so please come for me if you can. It is a Pendleton. There's 2 of them. 3 of them, even. Oh. Oh. Wasn't there like some hidden shit somewhere around this place? Why are you pointing at something? I do not remember. What do we have here? Miss one of the Pendletons, or 2 of them, and circle of. And here's your map of the Isles, which I think they usually present like rotated 90 degrees. At least in 2, I think they do. There's Dunwall. What other places have we heard? White Cliff. We've heard that. Scrungo. And that's some kind of stuff. Some numbers. And that's just Dunwall. What I'm guessing. Little maquette he's got. Look at this man. Oh no, he's mad. He's losing the board game. Oh. Cringe. Oh, and the coolest enemy design in the entire fucking game. Just look at that. These are weepers by all means. But these guys. The way you deal with them is you get up on them and you hit this. Look at that whale. What a cool design. Yeah, a little oil lamp. Water flowing upwards.
In the days that follow, your trials will be great, Corvo. Seek the ancient runes bearing my mark in the lonely places of your world, and at shrines raised in my name. These runes will grant you powers beyond those of other men. To help you find these runes, I give you this, the heart of a living thing, molded by my hands. With this heart, you will hear many secrets, and it will guide you toward my runes, no matter how they may be hidden. Listen to the heart now, and find another rune.
Strongly implied to be the heart of the Empress. The heart. Equipping the heart in your left hand helps you locate bone charms, or runes even through walls. The heart beats and lights up as you're facing a bone charm or rune, and it beats faster as you get closer. The heart will whisper secrets if you press right while targeting a person or location. What do you mean, finally?
This place is the end of all things, and the beginning. All of time is meaningless here. Neither seconds, nor centuries.
You wouldn't know a good game if it hit you in the fucking face, cunt.
Someday this place will devour all the lights in the sky.
Let's see when she runs out of dialogue.
The one who walks here is all things. Cradle songs of comfort in bones gnawed by teeth. This is the place from which those who dabble in the black arts draw their power. And this place is their doom. I can feel a great age ending. This place is the end of all things, and the beginning.
Good talk. Man, I wish I had the disembodied heart of a woman to talk to. Maybe that can be arranged for.
All of time is meaningless here. Neither seconds, nor centuries. Someday this place
Look at the cool shit she's saying. Wouldn't you want to have this around your house? Just giving you sweet nothings all the goddamn time? What was it? Let's do that. Do two.
The one who walks here is all things.
Thank you.
Cradle songs of comfort in bones gnawed by teeth.
I'm listening very intently, but also not much. What is this room? It's someone's room. As he awkwardly looks over the precipice. No, nothing there. No. I wonder how people will react to, like, Corvo just wakes up one morning and starts pointing a heart at them. And they obviously don't hear shit. Well, yeah, fucking Nietzsche is all about that shit. He don't need a heart for sweet nothings being whispered into his ear.
This is the place from which those who dabble in black hearts for all
Okay.
their power.
Oh no.
And this place is their doom.
Please cancel this conversation. She's already boring me to tears. Runes and acquiring powers. Once you've collected some runes, open the journal and go to the power section in exchange for some powers. Bones can be collected and used to acquire supernatural powers. Yay! You can have dark vision. Or you could have blink 2, also known as cooler blink. And also agility. Jump height is increased and falling damage is reduced. Everything else is not very good. Possession is fine. Shadow kill works fine if you want to kill people. That's... yeah. Bend time is very fun. It's pretty much just dark vision, blink. Possession is fine. Agility. And you're kind of done. And I'm just gonna wait for blink 2. What does it say about it? A strange artifact that appears to have a will of its own. Leads you towards runes and bone charms, whispering secrets along the way.
How you use what I have given you falls upon you, as it has to the others before you. And now I return you to your world, but know that I will be watching with great interest.
That's like a borderline. I'll be watching your career with great interest, young Anakin. What is it? It's not Phantom Menace. It's it is Phantom Menace. It's at the very end. Well, Palpatine says it, I think. Or it might be Revenge of the Sith. I don't remember anymore. It's been a while. Hidden Allies. We've already read this. It's the same one. It wasn't a dream. I mean, that's what no pussy does to a motherfucker. Samuel the Boatman is smuggled here. No. Available to craft. What else do you got? Optional. The rune. Use the hut to find the rune near Hans Pitt's pub.
Somewhere in the basements below, hound kills hound, and money changes hands. Such laughter, and they're singing the old songs, linking arms. But that was from a happier time.
I'm fine.
Deals are made here, sometimes under the influence of wine, and sometimes the influence is the point of a knife. Before the sun rises, they toss any casualties into the river, men or hound. They all go in. They top off the wine with river water, but eventually someone swoons. Then fresh bottles are fetched from the cellars. Their fate rests on your effort, on the strength of your hands and of your heart. They stood in a circle around the candles and cut their hands to form their alliance. The blood hissed as it touched the flames. The conspirators have found a safe home here. They take great care that they are not followed. The ale here is sweetened with honey to hide the taste of river brine.
Oh, that stereo effect was a little bit wonky, wasn't it?
The sober speak in whispers. The drunk bell.
Play your way. Yay! I can't believe the trailer was right. The powers you obtain from runes can be used creatively to defeat enemies or move through the environment. Blink from roof to roof, possess rats and fish, or slow time down before rushing a group of enemies.
Fortunes have been won here, and lives have been lost. The old man claimed a dark corner and drank himself into oblivion. The hounds were the first to find him.
Oh yeah, I was surprised that you can't do that.
They are burning whales.
Not the whale!
Somewhere in the basements below,
Oh, there we go.
hound kills hound, and money changes hands.
Can I point it at people? Is that a thing? Pura. Get your... Oh. Hello.
Does part of the soul live in the heart? If the heart keeps beating, does that mean that the spirit is never released into oblivion? I can keep a heart beating forever with electricity, but what does that mean for any essence trapped within? It'd be easier if I created these processes in waking hours. I am uneasy pursuing avenues that emanate from my dreaming mind.
What a way of guilt tripping you. Literally holding her heart. Don't kill Puro, thanks.
Such laughter, and they're singing the old songs.
No, you can't.
Linking arms.
Seemingly.
But that was from a happier time.
It would have been way too much fun if that was how
If
it
you
actually
like,
worked.
but he won't use it.
Why?
He can't sleep in regular beds anymore, or that's what he says. Says he was in the Navy too long. Can you believe it?
Oh.
That pile of wood out there? It's a hovel he built from an old rowboat. Where does Admiral Havelock find these people, I wonder?
Good day, Master Corvo. Lydia and I trade chores sometimes, and I'm starting to think I never come out ahead. She's a smart one. I hope the attic's to your liking. I've slept there myself on summer nights.
You could still do
I
it.
went and knocked on the front door a few nights ago for a joke. No one thought it was funny. My sister lost a tooth last month, fighting off some officer from the City Watch. The sooner the Lord Regent is gone, the better, I say. Just you wait. I'll own this place one day. I've dreamed it.
Oh, hello. Don't push your luck, lady. He has 2 copies of the Gaffer's Tale. In case he loses one of them. Another one. Oh, hello. Close your lid. There's ladies in the house. Yeah, you definitely did. Sure.
Are you a nobleman, Corvo? No one seems to know much about you. By your bearing, I'd say so. Lord Pendleton's great-grandfather took a Sokonan chambermaid to wife. On second thought, the story doesn't bear repeating. Even the finest blood can go bad, here and there. There's a little Tivian blood in the Pendleton line. That's the worst anyone could say about them. I think it's come out in the brothers, just a little bit. My Lord Trevor's pure as the Empress herself, I'm happy to say. The Pendletons are quite wealthy, but they were noble long before that. You've heard rumors about the Pendleton mines being worked by slaves, I suppose. Never been there myself, and I refuse to believe it. They say Custis Pendleton made an improper remark to the Empress once, and you ejected him from a state dinner before asking who he was. Well done, I say. This plague has ruined the social season for all of us.
Don't stab me. I love how it gives you the option. How about this? Forgot about this. Cheeky little bit. 30 coins. Chunk. Hey.
I had a sailor for a boyfriend once. He thought he'd strike gold digging in the Pandician cliffs. They found his ship drifting empty. You know, I tried to attend services with the overseers for a while. They've just gotten more and more, I don't know, rabid about the 7 strictures and witchcraft and all that nonsense. I think the Admiral's awfully distinguished, don't you? Everyone I know cried the day we heard the news about the Empress. Poor woman. And her little daughter lost. From what I understand, it just killed the Admiral to be cast out from the Navy. That was his life, before the Lord Regent came along. Someone came and banged on the door a few nights ago. I thought Lord Pendleton would piss himself. Oh, begging your pardon. To think what I spend smuggling in wine for his lordship. That Wallace can cook, yes. But the way he talks to us, you'd think he was a lord himself. I'd work for you for a year for free if you managed to get that Lord Regent off the throne. None of the shops are open, all the business is dried up, and most people can't even walk the streets. That man's a blight on the city.
Alright. Anyone else interested around? I think that's it pretty much, isn't it? Alright. Let's talk to the lads.
Well, let's get down to it. First off, I know that assassination is dark business, but sometimes good men have to do bad things to make the world right. Our purpose is clear. We want to restore Her Majesty's line by finding and putting Emily Kaldwin on the throne. To those ends, we'll hide, act in shadow, take them apart, piece by piece. Tonight, High Overseer Campbell dies by your hand. It won't be easy. He's protected by his overseers, an army of religious zealots. But if anyone can do it, you can. Your exploits are legendary. Campbell carries a private journal. Once you've eliminated him, get the journal, because we think it contains Emily's location. Recovering her is obviously critical, assuming she's alive. That's the gist of it. Remember our cause and strike true. We're counting on you. Another thing. Campbell is holding a former overseer by the name of Martin. He's one of us, and if you manage to find him, give him whatever help you can. He's a master strategist, and he got caught working for our cause. It'd be good to have him back here at the Hound Pits. Glad to see you got your rest, Corvo. You'll need it. Say, that's an interesting tattoo on your hand. Saw a lot of that in the Navy, but nothing quite like yours. Keep your eye out for Martin. I need him back here if we're going to pull this off.
That's weird that he remarks on it at all.
High Overseer Campbell tricked and bullied his way into power. The man is completely corrupt. The City Watch and the Overseers can't stand each other. The military doesn't mix well with a bunch of religious fanatics. You might be able to use that. Nervous? I would be. Tonight is the beginning of a new life for you. But you're killing for a just endeavor. Remember that. High Overseer Campbell is a bastard, and we've got to find Emily.
This man is capable of speaking and drinking at the same time. I've seen it done in puppetry, but come on. This is taking it a bit too far.
The Overseers are a strange bunch, completely obsessed with the 7 strictures and hunting down heresy. I don't know if I believe in all that witchcraft bunk, but I saw some odd things at sea.
I just ripped a bit of my beard out. That's a very firm little hair. Fucking hell. Yeah. The exquisite Tolbar. Are you reading smut? What are you doing? Excerpt from a letter of public concern by anonymous authors. What you read here is the truth, regardless of what you will hear from the authorities who rule over us. It is not a matter of coincidence that the former royal spy master is the one who stepped in when the late Empress fell. We, who remain nameless, believe that these events are interconnected. The signs of oppression are all around us. The Sokolov designs originally intended to provide light and warmth in our homes have been turned against us as means of inspiring fear and controlling our movements through the city. And where did this plague originate? Some say it was imported. A wild theory, perhaps. One of our members risked her life to obtain an internal report from the government, which we will be printing and sharing soon, called The Exquisite Tallboy, extolling the virtues of this newest member of the City Watch. To those in the street below, these virtues are horrors, spread by stilted thugs who rain down fire on the sick and poor. To these eyes, the Tallboy is another government bully, armed with incendiary devices, thickly armored and standing high overhead, looking down at the common people of the city. We now know that these Tallboys are heavily drugged, imbibing a substance that renders them resistant to pain, but also dulls whatever empathy they might normally possess. Exquisite? We think not. Copy these words and share them with your neighbors. And remember, when the tides are lowest, the truth will be revealed. That's that core enemy design I was talking about. There's a called Tallboy. Whoops! Sorry about that. I won't pay for it, but you can figure out that later.
Oh, Corvo? If you've a moment.
I think that NPC is the one that's voiced by Lena Headey of Game of Thrones fame. And Lady is, and also in Judge Dredd. I don't know what else she's been in. It's been a while. That's what I know her from. Oh, Pierre's workshop key. Thank you. What do you got over here? Nothing terribly interesting by the looks of it.
What can I do for you?
Do you have enough money to buy anything? I have 204 coins, and I need 300 for accuracy. Optics and bone charm capacity is enough. Do you have anything here now? Nope.
Corvo.
Yep.
Corvo. Hello. I'm Callista. I work here for Admiral Havelock. I'm sorry to intrude on your business, but this is important. I suspect you're going to kill the High Overseer. That wretched man. There's really no reason for you to listen to me, but my uncle, Jeff Kernow, still serves as captain in the City Watch. But he's a good man, and my only family. The chatter in servant circles is that Campbell just took delivery of an exotic poison, and I think I know why. My uncle's not corruptible like the rest of them. Campbell is going to poison my uncle. Do you think you could protect him? You used to do that, right? Before you had your current profession. Before you became an assassin.
Thank you for elaborating on that. Oh, you have for a smoke? Look at you. Come on. Really?
Attention Dunwall citizens. River traffic is forbidden from landing in the Distillery District due to risk of infectious contact. Violators will be taken to the Flooded District for treatment and rehabilitation.
Alright. Her uncle is that guy on the boat that took us into Dunwall. And he was also there for the assassination. But apparently was sent away. We even talked to him. I didn't know that beforehand, but now that I remember his name, it makes sense. If you can imagine that. Wow, I've really just butchered 3 hours, haven't I? Fuck. Oh. You know what, let's go watch a movie. I think we'll do next mission tomorrow. There's gonna be a lot to fuck around there. Yeah. Look at that God Raid fucking stupid ass thing. Save the video game. Back to Windows. That was a good, wasn't it? We didn't do a lot, but you know, we did the motions, we immersed ourselves. Finish the game without purchasing any supernatural powers or enhancements beside Blink. Oh, that's fun. There's a lot of stupid achievements in this. I'm gonna try and go for the non-lethal stuff, but we'll see how well that goes. God, my hand is so skinny. Look at that. Oh, skeleton man over here. Right, let's go watch Japanese movies. We're watching Akira Kurosawa's Ran tonight, if you're so inclined to ask. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow for more of this, perhaps. What tune am I gonna crank? How about that one?